At 30, Daniel Igali is nearing the end of the road for amateur wrestlers. Yet he continues to train as hard as ever, taking a run at his second Olympics.
Push, one more, big breath.
The sport he loves still holds him in its thrall.
Wrestling has been my life. Wrestling is the only thing I have known from the very moment I left my mom's womb till now. It's something that I live and I breathe. It's a religion, it's almost a cult.
In doing this job, I've interviewed thousands of athletes, but I've never met anybody like Igali. He's a guy who's achieved so much in sports and yet has the least amount of ego that I've ever met in terms of a superstar athlete. And really, he is a superstar.
It's a drum that beats and tells you your opponent is going to attack. Something interesting happened today. During our scrimmage session, I began to yearn for the drums. I wanted to hear the same beat I heard as a kid wrestling in Nigeria. I wanted the talking drums to talk to me. With the Olympics less than 6 months away, I wonder how many times I will yearn and thirst for the beat of the drums. I thought about 1,000 things and I couldn't stand up and yell for everybody to hear them, so I had to, I think, release them in tears.
Back in Nigeria, Daniel's father watched on television.
It was a great feeling. At the moment, I'm the proudest man in the community. My eyes will moisten, just as he did. You saw him cry. And that is exactly the same feeling that I have. I still have.
For those of you who came in from Canada, have a swell time in Bayelsa State, very especially Daniel Igali, who has come home to show off his gold medal he won at the just concluded Sydney Olympics for Canada.
Has the thought of retirement become a constant bug? Is something telling me that my best days are over? Was it only about winning tournaments or getting suffocated by other people's expectations? What about me? Am I wrestling for me or for others?
Daniel's not ready to retire just yet. At the 2004 Olympics in Athens, he's vying for a second gold medal. But whatever happens at the Games, his life is steadily shifting in other directions.
I've been so lucky. Not many people get to see their dreams come true. But now I have to think about my life after wrestling. There's so much I still want to do. The talking drums are telling me it's time to make some new moves.
Time has not yet so dried this blood of mine.
The stage is part of the ancient city of thieves.
I alone who got all the others. 1 minute longer with you and I don't know what I might do.
You will remember me.
If they have to put the word Canadian, I would rather them say William Hutt, the Canadian actor, rather than William Hutt, a Canadian actor.
When you meet a master like Bill Hutt, and he is a master, there's something reverential in his presence.
It's impossible to underplay William Hutt. So he's a dangerous fellow on the stage.
William Hutt has appeared in more Shakespearean plays than any other leading actor in the world. For 39 years, he has dominated one stage, the Stratford Festival of Canada. At the age of 85, William Hutt is in rehearsal for his farewell performance. And how poetic, how perfect, that he has chosen The Tempest as the deck, so to speak, from which to wave goodbye.
People would ask me, why did you choose The Tempest? And I would say, well, since I've spent so many years with this playwright who traditionally said his goodbye with The Tempest, not comparing myself to Shakespeare in any way, but why shouldn't I, after all these years spent in his world, use one of his plays to say my goodbye?
There is, of course, only one role for Hutt to play, the aging magician Prospero. But it's an exhausting performance, even for an actor 30 years younger. The question Hutt must be asking himself is, can I do it? Can I pull it off? Can I remember my lines? After a career like this, no one wants to leave on a note of defeat, or even worse maybe, anticlimax.
I am 85. It's time I retired, certainly from the stage. Feeling that it's time I retired, it can so easily inform what I'm saying, what I'm doing in The Tempest.
I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardoned be, let your indulgence set me free.